Ultraviolet waves. We're afraid to get exposed to it because it causes cancer, but we need to get exposed to it in order for us to get vitamin D. It sounds confusing, right? Well, don't worry because we will explain that in this video. UV waves. What about it? Ultraviolet waves. We hear tons of things about it, but what are they? Ultraviolet waves are electromagnetic waves located beyond the visible light region in the electromagnetic spectrum. The sun is the Earth's main natural source of UV wave.
UV waves are classified into three, which are UVA, UVB, and UVC.
Now, let's move on to the positive effects brought to us by UV waves. First, it gives us vitamin D. When skin is exposed to sunlight, it manufactures vitamin D. The sun's UVB rays interacts with the protein in our skin called 7-DHC, converting it into vitamin D3, the active form of vitamin D. Overexposure to direct sun, especially between 10 AM to 4 PM for a long period of time, is what causes skin cancer. Second, it is used for sanitizing products, especially these days. UVC light is what's used to kill or inactivate microorganisms by disrupting and destroying their nucleic acid. According to an article by Healthline.com, UV wave stimulates the release of hormones in your brain. Sunlight is thought to increase the brain's release of serotonin, which is associated with making the person feel relaxed and boosting the mood.
It is used in PUVA. It is a type of radiation treatment that uses soralin, which is a drug that makes you sensitive to light, combined with UVA, which is used in treating skin conditions such as vitiligo, eczema, psoriasis, and skin problems related to certain lymphomas. It is used to counterfeit fake money. Real money has stripes in them that only UV light can detect. Now, get to learn more about negative effects brought by UV waves. Dr. Monroy will explain it to you.
Thank you, Mr. Tan. UV waves have beneficial effects on us, but overexposure to UV waves can have negative effects on our body. UV waves are ionizing radiation that interacts directly with our cells and damages their DNA, which causes sunburn, solar elastosis, darkening of the skin, and it can even lead to skin cancer. Staring too long in the sun can cause eye problems because the cornea can get burned and it can damage your retina, which causes cataracts or macular degeneration.
UV radiation suppresses the immune system because it inhibits antigen presentation, stimulates the release of immunosuppressive cytokines, and induces generation of lymphocytes of the regulatory subtype. Now that we have learned the effects of UV waves, how do we protect ourselves from them? Avoid direct exposure to sunlight between 10 AM to 4 PM. The sun's UV rays are strongest between 10 AM to 4 PM.
Wear sunscreen with UV protection and reapply after several hours. Sunscreen is a product that you can put on your skin to protect it from the sun's UV rays. But it's important to know that sunscreen is just a filter. It does not block all UV rays. Stay in the shade as much as possible. An obvious but very important way to limit your exposure to UV light is to avoid being outdoors in direct sunlight too long. For countries that have 4 seasons, UV rays are much stronger during spring and summer. In these seasons, the sun is high in the sky. This means its rays arrive more directly and travel through much less ozone than during winter and spring, when the sun is low in the sky.
Limit the uses of UV devices such as tanning beds and UV sanitizers. These devices emit UV waves which are harmful to the body with too much exposure. Wear wide-brimmed hats. A hat with a brim that is at least 2 to 3 inches all around is ideal because it protects the areas that are often exposed to intense UV rays such as the eyes, ears, the nose, the forehead, and the scalp. Wear clothes that cover you from the sun. When you are out in the sun, make sure to wear clothing that cover your skin. Clothes provide different levels of protection from UV rays. UV waves have so many benefits to us, but it can also affect us negatively. It all depends on you and your decision.
We have the choice of protecting and not protecting ourselves from these UV waves, but you should prepare for the consequences of your decision. We as humans are able to determine right from wrong, and because of that, we should know the morality of our actions and our decisions.
Goodbye, and always remember to stay safe.